Kenyan youths have decided to continue exposing RUTO's administration. In an interview which was done by Ayub abdakir to one of the Kenyan youths, they have now decided to expose this government by saying the government, which is not even considering the youths in this country to have job, a government which only loves itself and not even listening to the people's voice. Let's listen or watch this interview before I proceed.
It's very sad that every time we are looking at the indicators of the economy, including the cost of living, we are looking at the point of the prices of flour. I mean, there's so much indicators on how the economy is doing than just what we consume every day on our tables as staple food. There is issues to do with unemployment. There is issues to do with the shrinking and dwindling manufacturing sector, and of course also issues related to agriculture. We know for sure that the drivers of our economy lies within three sectors, which is manufacturing, agriculture, mostly, and of course backed up by our other institutions. And of course, we are grappling with a lot of issues in the economy because first of all, when UDA, Kenya Kwanza, came into power, they actually promised to uplift the hustlers by expanding the economy, all right, and bridging the inequalities. That is the gap between the poor and the rich. And of course, we've seen that the widening of this gap has even grown bigger. We've seen people suffering. I come from Kawangware, and my people walk to work every single day, even when it's raining, because they cannot afford 50 shillings fare to go and look for jobs in industrial area, in Westlands, and all over. So does then this mean that the economy is doing well? First of all, what are the indicators of an economy doing well? We should be seeing the manufacturing sector thriving. But of course, data from the Kenya Association of Manufacturers says that the sector has been dwindling, actually from contributing 10.9% to GDP to now contributing only 7.6% to GDP. So that is a shrinkage. And this has been attributed to international manufacturing firms and factories actually exiting the market to better markets that offer better pricing mechanisms in their electricity and even better mechanisms in their taxation regimes. I'm talking about the cost of electricity, Ayub.
Yeah.
According to the international standards, we are told that for our products to be competitive, the electricity has to be priced at 0.09 kilowatt per hour. And looking regionally, because we have to do comparative analysis, in Egypt, power is sold to manufacturing and industries at $0.06 per kilowatt hour. In Ethiopia, our next door neighbor, is at $0.02 per kilowatt hour. And in South Africa, it's at 0.07. Guess what it is for Kenya? In Kenya, we sell our electricity to manufacturing firms at $0.17 per kilowatt hour. You can imagine that they have hit the cap, they have hit the ceiling, because the ceiling is at $0.09. So what does this mean? That the cost of electricity in this country is untenable for business.
Okay.
Businesses cannot thrive in this economy. That is why people are moving to Ethiopia and Tanzania to do business. So then this translates to the economy because people are going to lose jobs. Our youth are not going to get employment.
Okay.
Look at agriculture, Ayub. They are saying that the only thing they've done for agriculture is the subsidized fertilizer. I mean, we do not even have a resilient agricultural landscape. We do not have a structured framework for our agricultural sector. So telling us that you have reduced the prices of flour to indicate that agriculture is doing well is wrong. You know, because how many people are actually, you know, dealing with agriculture as a form of employment? Because averagely, agriculture is done by about people.
Now, you've listened to that video of Ayub abdakir and the Kenyan youth. Before I carry on, ladies and gentlemen, may I take this golden chance to thank you and appreciate you so much for your always great support in this channel. Because if it wasn't your support, then this channel could have not reached where it is as of now. It is my hope and prayer that this video is going to find you well wherever you are. Thank you for staying tuned in this broadcast. I want us to go straight and pick 1 or 2, 3 points why the lady is now regretting in this administration. Number 1, there's what we call understanding in leadership. Any person with understanding leadership IQ, underline that, will always do what is right. And I'm not saying that RUTO's leadership is not understanding. In fact, it is understanding because they started from bottom up. That is their routine. That was their routine. The problem is that they are drunk with power. That is the problem. RUTO is drunk with power together with his old colleague. And they don't now understand leadership. That is the problem. But if God could have come from heaven, of which God works anyhow, everywhere, I wish they could have understood or listened to God's voice. God's voice through Kenyans, whatever they're saying in social media, is very much important. Understand them. But now look at whatever the lady is saying. You promise us hospital, you promise us this and that. It has never been completed. It has never been fulfilled. In fact, it is still getting worse and widening to itself. The economy is sinking. We are jobless. We are hopeless. What will we do now? Where will we head to? That is the question Kenyan youth have asked the UD administration. And this interview from Citizen TV is like a bombshell. William Ruto's administration being exposed. And this is not the first one I'm analyzing interview from Citizen TV. We've seen several, the news reporters, people like Yvonne Okwara, there's so many who had even have interview with many Kenyans in the Citizen TV, just still deconstructing William Ruto's administration. I don't think or I don't believe that they're going to have a route to escape. But now the best option is upon Kenyans. And the sword is very simple. Sword is you voting against this government if you want to be safe. Because I'm not in that government, I could have helped you, but I'm not in that government. By the way, mimi huwa sipendangi hizi ujinga. Hata ndio maana naambianga hata watu. It's very wrong you make a promise on people, or it's very wrong you are a leader, then you start provoking people. I think this should stop. Shida inakuanga nini watu wajielewi. Ukisai unapata mimi nikiwa rais, nimegeuka. Sijui shida inakuanga nini. And that is my prayer that one day if it happen I become the head of state in the Republic of Kenya, I will pray that I should not behave as other leaders in this country. That is my prayer. Look at how youth are now lamenting. They are now asking, where will we go to? They are only now having hope and trust in God, which is good. Because I also keep on telling you, don't trust human being. Don't trust human being too much. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what have happened, and it seems that things are still filing nicely. Let's wait and see the result. I wish you all the best. Thank you and bye-bye.